Here with Cade Kleckner to preview the 2022 track and field season, which actually does get started officially before New Year's with the December meet that the program has started having in the last 2 or 3 years. But just thought I'd start out with a little bit of an introduction to you. You're a native of Colorado Springs, and first started as a member of the baseball program here. What was it that first brought you to Concordia?
The atmosphere. Definitely, I like the small atmosphere, the family aspect of it. I didn't want to be a number per se, and I thought Concordia gave me the best opportunity for that. Obviously, they also gave me the opportunity to play college athletics, which was a childhood dream of mine. So it fulfilled everything I was looking for, and it gave me the education I was also looking for at the time.
I think you and I may have talked a little bit about this after one of the meets in the spring, but what was kind of the transition like going from baseball to track?
It was a great transition. I couldn't have asked for anything more. They took me in. They were very kind. Everybody on the team was super welcoming, and the transition was very easy between the two teams. So yeah, I couldn't have asked for really anything more than what I got. It was very easy, and we had a great year, obviously, last year.
Was there maybe something you had missed about track that you're like, I really maybe kind of want to do that in college?
Yeah, I'd always thought about it. I never run outdoor because baseball and track were at the same time in high school, so I never got the offers. I had a lot of schools looking at me to run track in college, but no one would ever pull the trigger per se to put that offer out on the table just because I didn't have the outdoor numbers to back up what I had done indoor. So yeah, I had always thought about maybe this, maybe that, and when the opportunity presented itself, I was ready for that transition, and I took it.
I'm not sure what kind of expectations you had coming into track in college, but how would you kind of assess what you've been able to accomplish so far with what kind of expectations you had? I
didn't have very high expectations. It had been 4 years since I had really competed in a track meet per se. So I didn't really have high expectations. I'm a super competitive person, so I just wanted to compete to the best of my ability, and I knew I still had the speed. It wasn't going to translate over, and it did, obviously, and I exceeded my expectations. If I'm being honest, I wasn't sure what I was going to get or what I was going to give, and I was able to help a 4x4 team go to nationals twice. I went to nationals for an outdoor 200, so yeah, I exceeded all expectations. It was for my first year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to ask a little bit about nationals. What was most enjoyable about those experiences, being at both indoor and outdoor national meets?
The team, especially indoor. We had no fans, so it was just you and your teammates there. You really didn't have to think about anybody else. And outdoor, it was definitely the team. You got to be in Gulf Shores, Alabama. There's not really a better place to be, and we got to compete actually in front of fans, which was awesome. It was a great atmosphere, and I couldn't have asked for anything more. So yeah, I would say the team for sure.
Mm-hmm. And maybe just expanding on that a little bit, I'm sure some of the people you become closest with are probably some of the ones you've run those relays with on track, but how have kind of those bonds developed over the last couple of years?
Oh yeah, super close. We see each other every day. Obviously, we practice with each every day, and those are guys that, yeah, I would say I'm very close with. We've grown that bond, and especially last year with Jacob and I coming over from different sports and just not knowing what we were going to get into. Yeah, that helped the bond, and we were a young group on the track, which is weird to say considering we were all older academically, but that helped us too, being like, okay, we're all not really experience on a college track, but we're going to give it our all, and that's what we did.
Well, now you do have a little bit of experience and probably know a little bit about what it takes to succeed at a high level now in the GPAC and nationally. But how does that kind of help you moving forward and to maybe hit some of the goals that you might have as far as expanding upon what you've already accomplished?
Yeah, we now have that confidence. I think at the beginning of the year, that's kind of what we were lacking. I wouldn't say lacking confidence, but I would say we just weren't sure as to where we stood among other teams in the country and other teams in our conference. We now return 3 of the 4 guys on our 4x4 relay. We got Xavier Ross coming back, and we have another Mark Cook. He's a new addition this year. We're deep in the 400 now, and I think that was part of the problem last year. We had some injuries that kind of bogged us a little bit, and I think as long as we have a healthy year per se, I think we can go above and beyond what we did last year. I think we can repeat as All-Americans indoor, and I think we're going to be in a good spot outdoor to be All-Americans as well.
Well, I'm sure the field house and the stadium tracks are your favorite ones to run on, but how about outside of that, what have been maybe your favorite meets or tracks that you've been at so far?
I really enjoyed the Drake relays. I'm really excited to go back there this year with fans. I think that will be. It was a good environment when we were there without fans. I mean, there were some fans, but not to the capacity that you would normally see. So I'm really excited to go back to that one. And then indoor, we're supposed to run at UNL twice, which we weren't allowed to last year just because of NCAA regulations. So I would say running indoors at UNL twice this year and Drake are the 3 I'm most excited for outside of running at home.
It certainly takes a lot of dedication and commitment, time to be a top competitor. What have you found kind of most rewarding about that process?
Probably the bonds that you build, because those are the guys you're going to turn to when the going gets tough. We saw it last year. We had injuries plague us in the middle of the year, and those were the guys that I went to practice with every day, and we had a goal of being okay, we're gonna get to nationals, and then we're gonna set the stage there. And I think that bond that you build every day is something that's very, very important and helpful.
And last thing, just pretty, I guess generic, but what are you most looking forward to about either indoor or outdoor track here?
Yeah, I think just competing again. You have that bug when you get going that every week you get to compete, and it's great, and that's what you look forward to every week. And the fall's long because you just don't have that. You have a lot of practice with no competing. It's building up to your time, and I think just competing is the thing I'm looking forward to most, because we have all the pieces really to go far, and I think as long as we compete to our ability, we're gonna show the country what we